Welcome to Live Best Ball Draft, where we'll be making bold decisions, calculated decisions, and then blaming the algorithm when it goes sideways. This is Drafters Fantasy Football. No trades, no waivers, just 20 rounds of me pretending like I know what I'm doing here. Yo! What's good, everybody? Here we go, Saturday night, and we are going to have a ball here. It is best ball is what we're going to be having. It's too much fantasy football. It's Brian, it's Brennan. How you doing tonight, man?
Oh, I always love a good best ball draft, so can't complain.
Absolutely, and it's like we can't stay out of these things. We're in here daily, if not more often here. We are going to be drafting here on Drafters Fantasy. If you're not on there, folks, you're missing out on the fun. We've been having a blast these last few weeks just drafting in and out of there. So if you're new to Drafters Fantasy, use promo code FSAN to get up to 100% match up to $100. So if you want to be drafting with us all summer, we're dropping private leagues constantly for you to hop in. But today, we've got a tournament we're jumping in. Fast draft. We're just doing one of the $2. That's the great thing about this is, whether your budget's for $20 drafts, $10 drafts, $5 or $2, you can go all over the place. And in May, when it's crazy, I like to do the $2 draft. So, Brennan, you ready to get this thing rocking and rolling?
Yeah, let's do it.
Good, because I was going to do it whether you wanted to or not. But, I'm glad you are excited.
I'm trying to deposit. Let's see if this works. One more time. Complete purchase.
Yeah, we were going to draft together, then we were going to draft separate because somebody doesn't like drafting Kyle Pitts when I do. So we may be doing this a separate draft, folks, but if you want to hop into it, go ahead and hop in one of those $2 tournaments. Hopefully you can get queued in with us. We're just waiting for a few more people. Looks like we're just a couple picks away, or a couple players away from filling this draft out. Man, I'm pumped here. We did just a draft just a few days ago, recorded it. I thought it came out pretty well. Very heavy in the rookies. I think we had 5 wide receivers and 5 rookie running backs. Do you want to be staying away from that a little bit, or are you all good with leaning into the heavy rookie approach?
I think for me, it's like if we can have like a hero RB, like obviously like let the board fall to us. We never want to just like the worst thing you do in best ball is be like, we're gonna do it this way no matter what happens. Like, no, you need to like play to the board and like what falls to you. You can't just be like, I'm gonna do Jonathan Taylor and then James Conner no matter what. Like you can't do that, especially with you don't know where you're gonna be right before the draft starts.
100%. That's one of the hardest parts. There is organizing that whole thought process here. I guess so. Our last draft we did just a few days ago, we went late QB and late tight end. Obviously, before the draft even folds, we don't even have our position yet. But I guess, are you leaning into a little bit more of the early QB? Because it seems like they're going later than usual. I mean, obviously, the top 3 guys are there, but Hurts, tush push. It's happening, folks. It's here to stay. Why is Hurts back there in the 5th round?
Yeah, back in the 5th round is kind of for other best ball drafts that I've done, getting, Hurts that late is crazy. So, take advantage of, discrepancies where you see him. So,
yeah, it's kind of hard for me to avoid. I think the key that we're seeing is the Eagles are looking like they're going to have a lot easier schedule than they did last year. We're not necessarily looking at this this easy cakewalk of a schedule they have. Now, the defense is still great, but maybe teams are going to be forcing them to throw a little bit more. I had so much Devonta Smith last year. He was just the cheapest of the bunch to grab to get a little Eagles exposure. And, well, it kind of bit me in the butt a bit. So I'm kind of into A.J. Brown just because he has fallen as far as what his ADP looked like last year.
Yeah, like you and I are completing our rankings right now. Like A.J. Brown for me has top 3 upside. Brian, if he finishes wide receiver 3, are you truly shocked?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I think he has that capabilities of when you talk about, all right, what guys realistically can finish in the top 3. He's in the conversation for me, 100%.
Yeah.
But it's like, what, eight-ish guys, I think, that kind of fall in that realm?
Yeah, when I was doing it, I think I had about like 6 or 7 guys that I could truly see like the path where it could be if everything felt right for them, they could finish as a top 3 receiver. But I can't, like, if you said A.J. Brown's number 2 or 1, I kind of would be a little shocked. But 3, I think, is that's where his ceiling is.
Yeah, same. That's right there with you. Hopefully, we find a little bit more discrepancies between the two of us because a lot of agreeing here, and there's no way we're both right? Maybe so.
Absolutely
Maybe we are.
We're both big idiots and like to waste our money.
Right? Somebody just happened to stick a camera in front of us, and it looks like a few of you are listening. But yeah, if you are here new to Drafter, Best Ball on Drafters Fantasy, a little different than some of the, I guess if you were an underdog player here, we are going 20 rounds in this draft. Looks like we're going to be picking from the 3 position. Not too bad. I like me something a little closer to the turn. Right in the middle just stresses me the hell out, especially in a Best Ball draft. You know, you have to be alert. It's not like you can kind of take a few minutes off in between those picks.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be between probably Saquon to CD. That's where we're looking at. So, I mean, do we want to do more Eagles exposure?
Oh boy, this might be an Eagles draft, folks. So if you're a Philly fan, stay in. We're going to be rocking and rolling here. What do we have? 5 seconds till this draft kicks off. Justin Jefferson's been falling in so many of my best ball drafts, like outside of that number 2 pick. So pretty excited to see if we can get him to fall to us. But do you have like a gut feeling leaning starting off running back here, or grab a stud wide receiver?
I mean, for me, like if we grab the RB, like then we just go wide receivers for the rest of it. Unless, like again, play to the board. If our running backs are falling, we take running backs because like if we can get a very like if Derrick Henry fell to like the second round, if we take him, like it doesn't matter. It's Derrick Henry. Like I'll live with the stack of Saquon and Derrick Henry all day long.
For sure. Yeah, I think so. Last year, 0 RB was not something. Oh, there he is, Justin Jefferson.
Looks like JJ McCarthy will be joining this team here too.
I was gonna say we going Justin, we going Bijan. I'm cool with either one.
Justin, Justin, like I think if he finished as wide receiver, I think my floor for him was like 6.
Yeah, outside of injury, there's no way he's finishing outside of the top 8 at least, maybe 6. Yeah.
Like when he pulled his hamstring, what did he finish as? He was still a wide receiver 1, if not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he was still crushing it. Oh, looks like we got Joe, little frick action here with us. Looks like he's hopping in the lobby. Joe, where are you at? Oh, there he is, picking at 11. Nice, he's away from us. He's not going to be sniping us any.
Oh, I mean, he could if he's listening. He's just like, oh, they're going to take JJ McCarthy. I think not.
Right, he's going to take him in the 6th just to really royally screw us. And folks, that is the game of best ball. You can have the perfect draft. You can have players falling to you. You can take the right ones, but the biggest variable in best ball, it's not necessarily whether we know we're picking things right or wrong. It's the other people in the draft. You have 11 other wild cards that could completely throw you for a loop. So Joe is here on the board here, one of our fellow FFAN comrades. Yeah, let's call that.
Yeah.
Taking Nico Collins there at 11. It's been a pretty... So we've got McCaffrey, Genty, Gibbs, Bijan, and Barkley all going here in the first round. So drastic change than what we got last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this CMC and Tyreek Hill is 1-2 combo, basically, so...
Yeah, and then like maybe I think Gibbs and Bijan were in the top first round, but yeah, Saquon was going in the second, JT was going in the second. Genty was not allowed to play last year.
He was an unknown commodity.
Oh man, Joe's pulling off the Collins BTJ. I think that's the stack we had just the other day in our show. Was so that might be the common turn. I feel like it was Marv and Drake London was my 12 turn last year that I got a lot.
Yeah, Marv was it was way too rich for me.
Oh man, and our player here at pick 8, he went Genty and then Bowers back to back. If you were listening,
like a recipe, it's a recipe of success, folks.
You're right. If you were listening to us earlier in the week, you heard Brennan and I go with that early Raiders stack. Immensely young and talented players. They've got a better coaching regime in there now, but still banking on what are they projected to be, like a 500-ish team, just under that? Your top 2 picks, that's risky.
6.5 wins was the over-under, with the being heavily favored towards the over. So, just saying. Just win, baby.
My boy Bigsy in here letting me know that I'm on the clock. Goodness, that's all I've heard from in a dynasty startup right now, and it's OTC getting texted to me I feel like 10 times a day.
I like Rice, if you had asked me.
Can we fade him at all? I don't think so.
Is it taxes Rashee Rice?
Folks, it is too much fantasy football and too much Rashee Rice. It's constant here. Higgins is there. I don't mind that. Trey McBride if we want to go for the early tight end stack, but yeah. Give me my boy Rashee Rice here. He's in the top 10 for me. He's just gotta be there.
I did my rankings. No, he's for sure. He's wide receiver 1 this year. I don't know what to tell you.
Brennan started off doing his rankings. He goes, I'm going to put Rice at number 1, and we'll see how far he falls.
Slant man, and yak.
Alrighty, we're like I said, we are on pick 3 here, so we got the short turn coming. Number 2 guy got Barkley and Higgins. Number 1 Chase Taylor, and they're back on the clock.
If Trey falls, do we take him?
I can mess with it. I can mess with it a little bit. So with these big tournaments too, we want some correlation as far as the playoffs go. So just kind of like the early look. We do have Justin Jefferson, Minnesota. They played Detroit, Giants, and Dallas. And then we've got Rashee Rice with Kansas City. They played Denver.
I mean, Jacobs, Marv,
or Adams is I think is the 3 I'm looking at.
Having Jefferson, Rice, and Marvin Harrison as your wide receiver combo is great, but like I think I like Jacobs here.
It feels so just blah, but I'll go with it. It just doesn't feel sexy. I don't know how it doesn't. He crushed last year. Absolutely. I mean, I had a lot of Marshawn Lloyd in best ball last year, and that just did not play out for me this year. So maybe it's the emotional. Oh, wow. We got a 3 running back stack here. Looks like Ryrus. I won't even try the name. But starting off Bijan, Bucky, and Chase Brown.
Well, we know that he will be taking wide receivers in front of us or behind us, so we need that's another thing too, folks. Is like be mindful of sometimes people are sharks in most drafts. Sometimes they're just wasting a couple bucks here and there. But just know that if they have to build their roster a certain way, then on the back end if they're going to be 3 running backs, they're going to need a wide receiver. So I'll take a wide receiver in front of them because I know they need one at that point.
That's the beauty of all these different best ball platforms as well. Is every platform has a different audience. Every platform has a different ADP, and every single platform has something to take advantage from. It seems like Drafters and Underdog are actually really similar in ADP. Brennan and I were kind of perusing through that. There's not a huge difference there in the first 200 picks. DraftKings, though, that is where I'm seeing a lot of differences between these two. But hey, I'm loving these drafter between the 20 rounds, the full PPR, 3 wide receivers and drafters, absolutely loving it. So again, folks, if you haven't been out there, if you haven't jumped on drafters using the code FSAN, you can get up to a 100% match on up to $100. So hop on in. We're going to be doing these all summer long, and the wide receiver teams are on the other end, man. Look at that.
I mean, your boy Nico, Thomas, Worthy, and what's his next pick here? Is it Mike Evans or Tet?
Yeah, I don't see him taking one of these early quarterbacks. I mean, he might try and come back with a McLaurin. I don't know. McLaurin just went, so he missed out on that.
Yeah, that would be a nice little stack, honestly. McLaurin with Jaden Daniels right there. Oh, this is a panic pick.
Oh, George Kittle early in the 4th. I feel you. Oh man, no, George Kittle's a weird one.
Would have gotten back. So if he really
wouldn't have got him on the way back.
Yeah.
And you do have to do a little bit more reaching here, folks, when you are on the turn. Most sharp people will tell you don't reach much more than a round here in the early rounds. But when you're on the turn, you also have that luxury of it's not ridiculous when you do reach. You're only going to be able to have so many combinations of players if you're picking just within a 6 ADP stretch.
Yeah, now we start to think we have about 6 picks away from us. Do the Packers in Minnesota play week 15 through 17 or no?
They do not.
Okay. Kansas City, Green Bay, and Kansas City, Minnesota do not play each other either, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, Kansas City, Denver would be the attachment we're looking for. Minnesota is Detroit, and then
you just said Denver.
Denver plays Kansas City week 17.
I mean, there's RJ Harvey.
It's also Jaden Daniels.
PPR. Yeah, there's Jaden Daniels.
I mean, grab a little Eckler way late. You got Debo there as a possibility.
Also, the tight end Hurts. He's a late tight end too. So I don't know if he falls to us though. This guy needs a wide receiver. But if he takes Jaden Daniels, I wouldn't be shocked either.
I want the guy that's. Oh my gosh. Well. Look at that. 3 straight running backs and a quarterback. Our 4th drafter goes.
I wonder if we could do Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith. And gamble that.
Do you want to take Smith and gamble on Hurts on the way back? Because neither one of them have A.J. Brown.
No.
Or we've got R.J. Harvey stack we can do too.
Let's just take Hurts first. I bet you one of them would take. I bet you that Royal guy would take Hurts. You got to do it now.
Oh,
All right.
butthole puckering on that one, folks.
Yeah.
Wait till the
Let's
last.
just.
I'm famous for that. I like drafting that
He
final
took Joe
second.
Burrow.
Wow. Well, I mean, he's got
Yeah.
Higgins. So that Jamar Chase guy might. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This
Dude.
guy's got Lamar and. Okay,
Yeah, that's
folks,
what I
this is our
said.
first conversation we're gonna have here. I will never advise anybody to take two quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds. Probably
No.
not
Oh,
even two
Devonta
in the
Smith
first
thing.
6 rounds. Like this is. Oh man. Oh, Devonta Smith. There he goes.
Yeah.
Son of a. RJ Harvey's there. You want the
RJ
Denver
Harvey.
stack? All right. So
Yeah.
we're gonna take that Denver Kansas City stack here. RJ Harvey. And folks, again, this is full PPR opposed to underdog, which is half PPR. So a back like RJ Harvey, who he'll be in an offense where they have the top 5 target share to the running backs. I love that option here.
Dude, I was in a draft before where a dude took 4 quarterbacks in the first 7 picks in Best Ball Mania. I was just
That's
like, what are
wild.
we doing?
What are we doing here, folks? All right, let's pull this back a little bit. See what we're going to be working with. So far the team, we've got Justin Jefferson, Rashee Rice, we got Jacobs, Hurts, and Harvey. 3 straight quarterbacks there with Daniels, Hurts, and Burrow. Dang, I wish we could have got that Devonta Smith stack.
I know. I'm surprised. I mean, he needed a running back. I was like, oh, he could take Harvey or something like that. But we took a gamble somewhere else. So,
and also, if Burrow didn't get sniped from the guy, he might have taken Burrow there and could have left him there with
True Chase. That's so crazy. That dude took he probably did take Burrow, so that guy didn't have a stack, which is just funny.
Which is dumb, folks. Play for yourself. Don't ever play defense in these leagues. Like, if somebody's going to beat you, they're going to beat you, and you're going to lose anyway. So, no reason to tank your team just to hurt them more. Unless you're just that guy. Joe seems like he might be that guy here. He's picking here in a couple picks. We'll see.
He needs a running back. So, does he go Joe Mixon or Chuba? Or he doesn't go wide or running back at all? Oh, Joe.
Mixon. All right. Mixon going there at the 11th pick in the 5th round. Our person on the turn, they've got Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, McLaurin, Walker, Hubbard. And they really can go all over the place here. You're looking at a 3-2 wide receiver running back stack. Gives you quite a bit to mess with. But you got 10 seconds, buddy. Hurry up.
Jason. The Eagles? Hold on. They don't have the same buy, right? 6 and 9. Oh, Laporta.
Yeah, so where are you on Laporta? I love the first 3 tight ends here. Kittle, Bowers, McBride. I love that Kittle. You can kind of get him 4th. I've even got him in the 5th in a couple of drafts. But Laporta, I don't want to spend up 6th-round capital on him.
I mean, I don't either. Like I said, for best ball purposes, it's fine. But, redraft purposes, I told you, I probably play the waiver wire game, or just, honestly, who I'll probably have a ton of redraft in is Kraft. I'll have a ton of Kraft. He's in double-digit rounds later, and he finishes tight end 6, and I could see that being repeated again. So I'll just take the gamble there.
All right, wide receivers are starting to come off a little bit here. Did have a nice little chunk of running backs. I mean, we're rocking 2-2 and a quarterback, so wide receiver needs to be one of our 2 picks.
Do we take Addison if he falls to us?
I like it.
Go down a little bit. I'm trying to think of other stacks we have here.
I like a little Ricky action.
I think we might get him here. I think we might get
Aaron Jones. I love. He just went.
Okay.
So Debo, we could go with the Washington correlation there with.
Does Vegas have anything with Kansas City?
No.
Okay. I'll let you pick here because I'm not sure where to go. I like Ricky too. I like Debo.
Yeah, let's go Slick Rick.
Okay. That sucks. We got sniped twice.
Yep. The bookends. So with Jefferson, Rice, Jacobs, Hurts, Harvey, Pearsall. Look, we're getting to that ambiguous running back situation. We don't necessarily need our 3rd running back here, but I like this stacking idea of Aaron Jones, though. In that offense,
take Matthew Golden too with Josh Jacobs and find some coordination.
Didn't even see him sitting there.
Or DeAndre Swift, if you really want to, or Jaden Reed, but Jaden Reed's the wild card. Jaden Reed, for the first 4 weeks was wide receiver, 6 or something like that, crazy, and then fell off. So
yeah, he was the number 1 wide receiver after week 1, 2 duds, and then another great week in week 4.
Yeah, I'll let you decide here because like I'm indifferent. Like I don't mind Jones. I don't mind Golden. I mean, we can
Let's
kind of
go
go anywhere
Golden.
here. Okay.
I think we got some good opportunities coming late, and wide receiver dries up so quick, especially this being full PPR, being 3 wide receivers started.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of go away from that. And like you said, we've got the Golden stack there. Green Bay plays Baltimore in the last week, so we have that opportunity. They also play Denver. They also play Chicago. So
So Green Bay plays Denver, Chicago, and who else?
Baltimore in the championship.
Okay. I feel like Mark Andrews is probably going to be the one to fall to us here, as a tight end
Yeah,
purposes.
yeah. I doubt T.J. Hawkinson's going to make it back
No,
to
no way.
us.
TJ makes it to us.
And then our next quarterback. So as far as our wide receivers, we've talked
It's
about
McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy being our guy
Yeah.
coming back.
We're not taking Mahomes. That's too early.
Purdy would be on the board, and then
Purdy would
Jordan
be on the
Love as
board.
well.
Yeah.
So got a pretty decent stack. The sniping, man. I feel like our team would look. It's not bad. I'm liking how it's
No,
shaping
I
out
like
so
it.
far. But I just feel like we could have just had some correlation crushes if we wouldn't get sniped on a few more of these. Alrighty, so Joe's listening into the stream clearly because he's pulling off Aaron Jones there at pick 83, and then doubles back with Justin Fields as his quarterback there. And
To be fair, Jones kind of was falling to him. Like we were looking at Jones, so like it fell to him a little bit.
Brennan, pick a side, mine or his. Okay, you're drafting with me.
It's true. Sorry, you suck, person.
Did you hear that, Joe? Yeah, eat that.
Oh, maybe TJ does fall.
Well, Greinberg, hop on into Drafters if you want to play some best ball, man. Fantasy,
yeah, man.
Drafters. Or Drafters Fantasy. Oh, there. A little dyslexic moment.
Good
Code
Lord.
FSAN, 100% match up to $100, folks. Well, Joe's gone. We just lost him. Yeah, right, folks. You'll see him here back in this live stream next week. Don't you worry.
Dude,
all right,
TJ's not going to follow us. I'm trying to not get my hopes up here.
Right?
Like, I'm so not trying to get my hopes up here. The dude's in front of us going to take TJ Hockenson. He's sniped us once. He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. Watch. Ready?
He's watching the stream.
He's watching the stream.
Do we take Hockenson if he falls here?
I think we do, honestly. Like, I mean, it's what?
There he is.
Yeah. 85. This is pick 94. Yeah, it's a fall.
Yeah, and then we can even come back with. We've got Purdy to come back with. We've got
McCarthy. If we take Hockenson, we got to take McCarthy.
Yeah.
Where is he?
So are you good with just 2 quarterbacks? We got 20 rounds. McCarthy and Hurts. Would you be okay rolling with those 2, or do you think maybe we might be looking for like one of those last 3-round quarterbacks?
It's funny because we're taking Jalen Hurts, who runs, and we're taking a guy who tore his meniscus in preseason and has not played. So like there's like some like weirdness that you'd want to take a third quarterback. It'd probably be out of these combo we're going to take right here. Oh my goodness, he has Joe Burrow, Baker, Caleb, and then Lamar.
Dude, what are you doing? All right, I don't like to talk trash on people's draft. That's not true. I love talking some trash here. But dude, you are 8 picks in and you have 4 quarterbacks.
He took Najee Harris too. We can take Jordan Mason and just invest in Minnesota.
Goodness. If we did that, we definitely need to be hitting Detroit, the Giants, and Dallas hard for some correlation. What do we have? We have 4 wide receivers, 2 running backs. I kind of want to take a wide receiver here.
Okay. I mean, you're not going to like what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Pittman, but
I was going to put up the argument for Bateman just to give us that Baltimore correlation.
Yeah.
But this is the round. Round 9, folks, for me is where I want to kind of, or I guess round 8, gut check myself a little bit. Round 9 gets so scary with the wide receivers. Like I do like this little cluster in Higgins and Igbuka, but now you're getting into the Batemans, the Keon Colemans. I don't mind Luther Burden, but he does have a soft tissue problem right now. Rashid Shaheed coming off, Marvin Mims, Kyle Williams. Question marks galore. I mean, we are in the back half of the draft.
9 stuff, right? Hold on, right there. Ignore that. Michael Pittman's still the wide receiver 1. Okay.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
Oh man, He is. I mean, Josh Downs, I think, is probably the more talented one.
Josh Downs is probably going to lead the team in targets, but I still think Michael Pittman is the wide receiver one.
So. That's where I was going to go. Is like we might see a competition for overall targets go to Downs there a bit, but Pittman will still be heavily involved.
Just comes in and gets 140 targets, and I'm
cool with that. I'm cool with that. Give us some Warren action. That rookie tight end giving us tight end one finish again. Let's see it 3 years in a row. Oh, alrighty. Oh, Joe's talking a little trash. Is that what we got here? Maybe he's a Browns fan. Oh, they're using this.
Just can't have enough quarterbacks or what? It's like I think that one dude who has that jersey has. I don't know if he has enough space. I don't know if you've seen that. The guy who's got like
every 40, Browns quarterback.
Yeah, every Browns quarterback.
I saw one that's like it's starting to wrap around the side because they can't go any lower.
I feel so bad. I wish Cleveland just got a quarterback and called it a day.
They did. They got 4.
Dude. Yeah,
5. Well, if you count Mr. I can't keep my hands to myself.
Yeah. Mr. fully guaranteed $262 million.
That's some crap. That's some crap. All right, so Joe, let me ask you here, man. You're at the 11th pick. You got Nico, Brian Thomas Jr., and Worthy, and you put a full stop on your wide receivers. We got Kittle, love the pick, Mixon, Connor, Jones, Charbonnet, and Fields in there. And still he ignores the wide receivers. This is like... I'm nervous. I'm nervous at rocking only 3 wide receivers at this point.
Yeah, are we looking at tight end? Because I think Jonnu, Mark, and Evan, one of them's gonna fall to us. I feel like I watch you say this, and I'm just gonna screw myself. But
Mark Andrews, that would be a great correlation piece with us. Just them playing Green Bay,
Denver too, just because we have RJ Harvey as well.
Oh, I'm completely forgetting. They need to change the jersey here. Evan Ingram's not rocking that teal anymore. There you go, Marvin Mims, Joe. That's a wide receiver 4 if I've ever seen one.
Amen. Trying to break out soon.
We got Mr. Magic asking a little question. What's happening, man? Rank Neighbors, Puka, and the Sun God in redraft.
I think the order you have it in.
That is my order
Puka,
as well.
Yeah, I think it's Neighbors, Puka, Sun God.
I wouldn't fight anybody for Puka over Neighbors. I mean, they are similar in just their target share and how they work. But
point, I might move Amon-Ra to second, and then Puka takes the back seat.
I could see that there. But Amon-Ra, again, we're talking about 3 great players, but I've got no problem putting them there at 3. You know, I've got some regression coming to the lines this year.
I think there's regression, but I don't think Amon-Ra is that regression.
Well, and when I say regression, he can still regress and still be a wide receiver 1, folks. He can still finish 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there and still have a great season. But just all things considered, I'm okay fading him a bit. Let's check in on this Las Vegas stack here. So they started off Genty, Bowers, followed up with Breece Hall, and then just a slur of wide receivers with Hunter, Flowers, Olave, Reed, Ayuk.
Dude, he has a bunch of receivers that are just it could be really, really good, or it could just really hurt you.
Yeah. Hunter, huge question mark there. Zay Flowers, I mean, there's a lot of touchdowns that didn't go his way. Olave's could be in a better situation. Reed, boom bust.
Yep. Ayuk, we don't know what San Francisco wants to do with him.
And Higgins should be heavily involved for Houston.
I think we take Bateman here, right? The next pick, it's Bateman.
Yeah. Which I'm glad I didn't try and make the argument for him last pick.
All right, we just take Bateman, then we're going to worry about the next pick after this.
Cool. Yeah, I like it.
There's nothing New England. I like Luther Burden. I don't know. Is there any correlation with Chicago with any of the guys we've taken? I'm sure there is at this point. But
look, you're not going to like this, but I'm going to throw out the thought of Javonte Williams here. Just for the simple fact that Dallas plays Washington and Minnesota in the playoffs. Oh, we didn't pick up any Washington players. Never mind.
I'd rather take Jaden Blue. Full point PPR, that's the only reason why, and that he's got a receiving portfolio for him. And I feel like
Javonte Williams was top 5 in receptions last year.
Yeah, Javonte Williams also sucked last year.
Oh man,
it's your call. I'm cool with either or, but if you had to tell me if I had a gun to my head who's going to finish higher in a full point PPR, I feel like Jaden Blue wins that one.
All right, look, we're gonna go blue here. But in 2 weeks, I'm going to do a little bit more research. I'm going to rip you a new butthole, and we're going to go Javonte Williams because I'm going to find the stats that tell us Let's go
I
Javonte.
watched Javonte Williams try to rush for a touchdown 4 times in a row at Denver, and it was not successful.
Look, he was only 2 years removed for an ACL injury, okay? You know, some guys it takes 2, 3, 4, 10 years, you know?
If you had to ask Denver Broncos fans how they felt about Javonte Williams, I think they'd all tell you that they all laughed when they saw him go to Dallas.
Dude, I was pushing for Dallas to trade for Javonte midseason last year because I just thought it made sense. And
I was pushing for them to sign Derrick Henry because that made the most of all senses.
Nah, I had so much more fun with Derrick Henry on the Baltimore. Like, I don't think we could have gotten better than that.
Yeah.
Dallas, sorry fans out there of Dallas, but like, come on, it's just
I'm not a hater for Dallas. I have no hate in my heart towards Dallas. Like, I mean,
no hate, but like just they're a special fan base. You know, they won so hot for so long, and they've been cool for
the diehard
3 decades.
fans are like diehards because like they'll name their kid like Dallas Cowboy and then their last name. I've seen that one before. There's this dude on TikTok who wears like the full on jersey and pads, and his man cave is decked out in that, and like. I always go and check on TikTok afterwards to see when they lose, and the comments just shred him to pieces. I'm just like, because he is just shouting everything under the sun last season after watching the team play.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was right there with you, brother, watching the Colts. So don't worry. I know pain.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, what are we doing here now? Oh, JJ, I don't think he's gonna fall to us.
Oh man,
did we just?
He's gonna fall. Well, luckily the person at number 2 is not picking before us, because if we let him go to 143, he's picking JJ McCarthy. He needs that 5th quarterback.
I think the person in front of us is gonna take JJ McCarthy.
No,
he has Jordan Addison.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Jaden Daniels, man, you don't need it. Don't do it. Because this next team. They've got 2.
But like, if we would have taken JJ where we took Jaden Blue, it's just too much of a reach. Yeah. We got so much invested into it, though. We might have considered,
I guess that was around 11, but Jaden Blue, his ADP has skyrocketed since the draft.
Because everyone's starting to realize it's either Javonte, Miles Sanders, or him. Please.
All right, folks, we are not picking another pick. It is JJ McCarthy, or we are out. We're just quitting the draft. Rage quit. Here we go. Flip the table. I'm going home. Come on, JJ. Come on, JJ. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't.
And of course, he's going to use all 30 seconds.
Oh, the anxiety.
What if it auto picks JJ McCarthy? No! Dude is totally in the draft.
Oh, dude.
Good.
We got to pivot hard. We got to pivot really hard here. Eckler.
That's kind of what I was looking at too.
Yeah, just take Eckler.
Because it does give us that little bit of that Washington stat. We were looking with Philly and Dallas.
All right, what do we do now? We need another quarterback, though. Like,
what a pivot from J.J. McCarthy to Austin freaking Eckler.
We can take Stroud and then take Noel and their tight end Schultz. Is there anything else you see? Bryce Young, Carolina, Jatavion. That's also my favorite stack. We can take A-Rich.
Oh man,
I feel like Stroud. I think we have to take Stroud.
I was gonna say I'm cool with taking Stroud, or I'm cool with taking just the domino pieces of, the late ones too. Doing the, like you said, the Richardson and Young. As far as other picks,
I told you he was gonna take him. I told you he was gonna take him.
Do we take another tight end here? We can take Dallas or Jake Ferguson for Dallas to get us a little bit more correlation there. Kyle Pitts is there. We'd have to take Bryce Young here.
Might not be a Falcon.
Oh man! All right, CJ Stroud.
I'll let you pick. You can take whoever you want. We just got ruined, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't want to play anymore, folks. We're gonna go ahead and call this live stream. It's over. We're done. We're packing it up. Damn.
Oh, we should have been a little bit salty and taken someone to take a stack away from. Who does he need? Let's go look and see. Just so he
doesn't need anybody. He has all quarterbacks. He can't stack anything.
Wide receivers. Okay.
So he literally has Thielen, but he's going to take Bryce Young because he's got Adam Thielen.
What did he take? He just took a quarterback.
Oh man. Oh, you're talking about the guy? I thought you meant the guy behind us. Okay. Yeah, he got Penix.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
He has 2
Ew.
running backs. And
God.
I mean, he could take a bunch of running backs here, but that's just sketchy.
Ryrus, whatever your name is there, your username, I don't like you. We're no longer friends. Please see yourself out of the stream and no more in my tournaments. Like, that's mean. That's hurtful.
Dude,
Oh, boy, there goes
that's
Kyle Pitts. We're not getting him on the way back. Dang it.
thank God. If it was Christian
Alrighty.
Watson was still available, you'd take him too.
Oh, you know it. He is available. 20th pick every time. He'll be back for championship week.
Yeah, in 2027 maybe.
Shut up. So far, our team is CJ Stroud, Jalen Hurts. We've got Josh Jacobs, RJ Harvey, Jadon Blue, Austin Eckler. Wide receiver, we got Jefferson, Rice, Pearsall, Golden, Pittman, Bateman. And then our tight end to go unstacked with the quarterback is Hockenson. That's fine. As much fun as we are having with the fact that we didn't get our guy, folks, don't be afraid to stack players without a quarterback. You can still stack pass catchers together. You can still stack a running back and a wide receivers together if you don't have the quarterback. The ideal is you want to have as many as you can, but end of the day, as long as you're getting something, some sort of stacks, correlations there, that's really what we're going for.
We need running backs and another tight end. So, I mean, let's go look at running backs. Tank, I do like Tank because it's just like an anomaly backfield. We don't know who it's going to be. I like Rico Dowdle. I think he'll get some work. Will Shipley's cool just because, you know.
Did we have any Chicago action? San
I
Francisco,
will give
Green
my
Bay,
buddy
Cleveland?
the credit of the doubt. Like, what's the difference between Will Shipley and Trey Benson?
I've got an answer, but I don't think I can say it.
I'm all ears. We can take Woody Marks. That's actually a perfect. We need to take Woody Marks. Not right now, obviously, but like,
yeah, we got some time.
I like
Brenton
Rico.
Strange. I feel like there's
or Roshan.
I like Will
Roshan.
Shipley.
Okay, you pick.
Or I like Roshan Johnson or Shipley just because it gives us that correlation.
Okay.
Who do you want to go between the two?
If you'd ask me, I'd pick Roshan. I trust Saquon's help.
The only thing that could screw the Roshan pick is if they do pick up another player. There have been rumors swirling around that they're not done adding players. J.K. Dobbins is out there. Nick Chubb is out there. ETN potentially could get traded. I hope they don't add anybody because I think Roshan could be just an absolutely slam in best ball or redraft just with the touchdown upside. He was getting all of the goal line work last year.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson, there he goes. Oh my God, this guy's got Quentin Johnston. So like you have 4 quarterbacks and you have 2 stacked. That's dumb, folks. That would be.
He has like 6 more rounds left,
and he has 3 tight ends.
Hey man, he's doing it right. We're doing it wrong here, clearly.
Clearly, where's he get his drugs from? So Shipley's still there. We have 5 running backs. Probably look more.
I don't want Freiermuth, so no.
You don't like Freiermuth?
No.
Brenton Strange then?
Yeah, it's fine. You like him a lot more, so.
I don't know how much I like him in this offense, which scares me a little bit.
Gesicki up. Well, there it is. You took Strange.
I saw 1 second. I just clicked.
Like panic.
Yep, because I was looking. I was like, Hunter Henry is interesting too. With the pink powder floating around out there on the boat, the questions are surrounding Stephon Diggs, and this guy had a nice little rant about not drafting hurt players anymore. So I think, he's off your board altogether, or just about.
Yeah, so I'll fill people in. I always get suckered into taking injured guys. I'm just like, they'll come back and be great. And they don't, folks. Like, I can't think of a time where like they've come back when they're injured during the season. Like, I took Michael Thomas when he was like, oh, it's just a foot thing, a toe thing. Yeah, that toe thing turned into not playing again thing. And then last year, I love Jonathan Brooks, the prospect.
Yep.
He just missed like 4 weeks.
That was 6 the one that came to mind to me.
8 weeks. Here's ACL. Like, can you think of a time where a player was injured and then came back and was just a complete stud that like you got like the discount for him for holding out? Like I can't remember a time where a dude was injured, missed time, you drafted him, you stashed him, and he came back and he was just elite. I can't think.
Well, I know it's happened because I watched it happen, I'm sure, in one of my leagues, and my thought was like, oh, next year I got to go get that guy that's going to come back and crush it for me. Yeah, and it just never works out. It's 9 times out of 10, you're going to be more hurt than you are going to be as far as missing out on some prospect that way.
Yeah, and I think too for best ball when it gets to this point, you should take guys that are just for a fact they'll have a boom week. It's just like Alec Pierce is like, I know Alec Pierce will have at least 1 or 2 weeks that it's just 28 points. Don't know why, don't care how. He does it, and it's hilarious.
So Woody Marks, he should fall to us. He'll probably be one of our picks here in the turn because we had to kind of make that pivot with CJ Stroud.
Do Strange go for him? Tight end have the same bye week of does Strange and
Hockenson? No, it's 8 and 6.
Okay. Yeah. That's another thing too, folks. Make sure you don't have the same bye weeks for guys.
Yeah, so sometimes it's not all that bad having multiple people drafting on one team. You know, you got somebody checking the bye week, somebody checking the playoff matchups. Because we haven't won a big one yet, folks. So we are not the expert of experts.
Nope.
Not yet. After this next year, we will be the experts. I'll take home the big $1 million prize. Brandon will probably get 2nd or 3rd, probably 4th or 5th, but you know, little moolah.
Yep. I will chip away at my house as down payments.
Dalton Schultz, I guess, can be on the radar too. I don't know how much I'm really into him.
I'm not like super into him, but there's no Jacksonville Houston week 15 through 17 matchup correlation. I like Javion. Yeah. I just take Woody Marks or Marshawn Lloyd. I would honestly just take Woody Marks just because like we do need some sort of correlation. How far is he down though? Is Woody Marks like all
no, somebody took him. They jumped and took him. 184.
Oh boy.
How many of y'all are on this draft with us that are watching? Because good freaking-ness. All right, Marshawn Lloyd. Cool.
Yeah.
Gives us a little bit more Green Bay correlation there. Who they played? Yeah. They played Baltimore last game of the season.
If Jarquez Hunter falls, I wouldn't be imposed. Dalton, we probably just need to stack. So take Dalton Schultz. It's not sexy. It's terrible, but
that's how you got to play this game, folks. If you're going for the big tournaments to take them down, you got to have stacks. You got to have correlation.
Watch, he's going to take a backseat in the second year tight end's going to take fold.
Oh, the guy from Ohio State?
Yeah. What's his name? Cover, right?
Stover. Yeah, Stover. Cade Stover.
Caden Stover, yeah.
You were combining the names.
Yep, I was so close. I'll let you pick here. I'm just salty that we get Woody Marks. So.
Dude, I've been salty for like 6-7 rounds.
Yeah, I know, honestly. Not getting JJ really ruined everything here.
All right, 6 running backs, 6 wide receivers, 2 tight ends.
We need a stack, though. He's the last one. He's the last stack of Stroud, by the way.
Stroud. So let's go ahead and wrap that up, and then we'll be able to clean
gone, up. Right? I'm assuming Christian Kirk is gone.
I believe so.
Yeah, he should be. He for sure be gone.
Oh, and Jalen Noel went too.
Yeah, I watched that. I was like, this dude took Noel and Marks. I was just like, why didn't you take Stroud then earlier? You son of a gun.
Well, and he also didn't take Nico. So, like, what are you really stacking there, bub? Dang it.
I don't know what else. Everything from here on out now should just be like, who's got the highest high upsides? Like, let's go through it. Like, DJ Giddens is RB2 for the Colts. Dylan Sampson was just taken as Cleveland's second running back. He'll be competing with Jerome Ford. Mike Wilson, but I don't think we'll get him by then.
I was going to say, we also have 6 running backs, so I'm good with the running back position right now. We've got 6 wide receivers, 2 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. So, if anything, I'm probably looking 2 wide receivers and a quarterback.
Yeah, but what quarterbacks are left? I bet there's nothing. Rodgers.
So we'll take Jalen Milroe as our last pick.
Yeah.
Just as that shot in the dark. Honestly,
he gets taken too. And then
how much Joe Flacco needs to be taken?
I'd take Joe Milton before I take Joe Flacco.
Yeah. I think if you're looking for boom bust, it's Justin Milroe. If you're looking for Flacco to maybe fill in for the first 2 games of the season for whatever reason.
He's going to get traded. He's supposed to be getting traded.
Maybe that's why he's the starter.
We should take Kenny Pickett. God. Really, should take Kenny Pickett.
Ew, that just sounds so not fun. Isaac Tesla, Tyler, I know you're watching. I just start him. It's all for you. I don't want to take him, but we'll take him just for you. How
I
about
like
that?
Tesla. He's a third round pick, man.
I don't dislike him. AD Mitchell, the amount of drops he had and just bad luck last year, I'm okay rolling the dice with him. He was open so much last year. Some of his metrics from last year just have me so intrigued. At least for best ball redraft, I'm out. I'm out completely. Dynasty, unless I'm a complete rebuilder, I'm out too. I actually just did draft him in a dynasty startup because going for that productive struggle approach.
Roman Wilson. Honestly, like you want to talk about a gamble? I just saw something that he would get on flights to go to his high school. Like he would leave at
Really?
like 4 a.m. Yeah, I saw something.
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually. Last year, I remember that being a storyline. All right, now I'm gonna bring up a player that we are gonna have to search for,
Oh, we're
because
searching.
his
That's not good.
ADP is gonna be like 400, I believe.
Okay, just type
But
that name in.
but just saw a rumor. Oh my god, he's not even in here.
He's spelling it
What?
correctly. Trey Palmer.
Yeah. No way that he's not in here. Okay, well, anyway, Trey Palmer. Last January, I thought he was going to be a nice buy. He was a rookie wide receiver for the Buccaneers. We were up in the air on Chris Godwin and all that stuff, and then they ended up taking McMillan. McMillan blows up this past year. They took Igbuka, so now Trey Palmer is wide receiver 5 on this team. Just saw a report that Steelers might be interested in trading for him. So
Mm.
only on that smallest chance would I take him in the 20th round here just to get that ADP bump, because who knows where he would skyrocket from that point.
No Harold Fannin. Don't even do it. So I don't know
Are
where
you
you're going.
kidding me? Come on.
Take who you want to take here.
Troy Franklin could give us a little bit of.
Just take
Let's do
Tesla.
Tesla. Yeah.
Let's say you're so far. You're like way down in like the 500s or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, dude, what? We're not that far down. If you want to talk about running back that I think can get goal line work, Ollie Gordon. Just saying. If you had to if you had to pick like on an upside swing, like I feel like he will be the goal line back.
I mean, here's another one right here. Audric Estime could be one as well.
You want to stack him with the RG Harvey pick?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't mind it. Or Sean Tucker. Honestly, we should take Sean Tucker. He for whatever reason gets work. Don't know why.
Miami, Carolina, Atlanta. We don't have any of those pieces.
I'm just saying, if it's possibility. So
for sure, not knocking that out. Just as far as the
Yeah.
correlation piece, though.
You decide.
I'd say AD Mitchell. We do have Pittman. We're going to get a little bit more correlation there with Indy.
There we go.
It's a boom bust guy. We're in the 19th round. A Rich will probably play at least 5 games. He'll have a huge touchdown in 3 of them.
Yeah, I hope.
Hopefully, yeah.
Or get tackled at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, that's a high possibility there too, unfortunately. So as we're rounding out round 19, we will have the third to last pick in the final round. The draft so far, we're looking at Hurts, Stroud as our quarterbacks. We've got Jacobs, Harvey, Blue, Eckler, Roshan Johnson, Marshawn Lloyd as a running back. We've got Jefferson, Rice, Pearsall, Golden, Pittman, Bateman, Tesla, and A.D. Mitchell at wide receiver, and then Hockenson, Strange, and Schultz at tight end. So last pick, are we shooting the shot for Jalen Milroe here?
Yeah, honestly, why not? Like, if you
Go
want to,
boom,
like,
boom, boom.
let's just go through this. Like, we have plenty of time. Like, of all these players, who has the highest upside to just be a winning person in fantasy?
Yeah, it's got to be Jalen Milroe.
Like,
So that is what has me so excited about this best ball summer is playing here on Drafters Fantasy, because you get 20 rounds. Typically, last year when we were doing our underdog show, we had to play the Superflex competitions to get that 19th and 20th round pick. I freaking love that we have 2 final rounds here so that you can take these shots. You can throw ADP completely out the window, and later on this evening when I do another draft and I try and get me a nice Pittsburgh stack, I'll probably throw Trey Palmer as my 20th pick. Do I really want to make a huge investment in the guy? Absolutely not. But when it comes to my correlation lineups, I'm going to put him in there just to dabble. Just a little bit. Just a sprinkle.
you sound like Stephon Diggs.
Oh, yep. Got him. Oh man. And you know what's cool is Miami has correlation between Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay. So if I take Trey Palmer and he doesn't get traded, I can still, as long as I got Miami stack in there, it bides for both of those. So this may just be drafting, folks, but there's layers. There's layers you can peel back here to really
Yeah.
find how much to dive in. And can you do it too much? 100%. That was us two last year. So it's
Yeah.
it's finding that happy medium.
Like the dude that won it like 2 years ago, like he had the stack for Best Ball Mania. He had the stack of Josh Allen and then another wide receiver for Buffalo. Then he had Tyquan Thornton, and just so happened that Tyquan Thornton had a 2 touchdown game, and that's what he was in a difference maker. But he also was looking at the, like just like little variables, and that's was the difference maker. And now that's why everyone's starting to do like the week 15th or 17 matchups just to kind of see like we can get correlation of differences.
Ooh, drafters jumping in here. Look at them. Not only are they giving us a great platform to play on, but they're here helping us out whenever we can. They said Palmer's for sure in the player pool. He's likely drafted
Let's see.
already.
I'm going to look. Round 17, I don't see him. Round 18, I don't see him. Palmer.
There's Josh Palmer. There's
There's
no way
Josh
he's going
Palmer.
above Josh Palmer though.
No way.
There's no. Wouldn't see anybody taking him above round 20.
Go up more. I mean that's a Trey. It's Trey Palmer, correct?
Yeah, Trey Palmer.
Yeah, I don't see Trey Palmer. You broke drafter system.
Look, and I think as Joe might be talking about the Palmer trade.
News broke by around the 412 Zach Smith, by the way.
Okay, so maybe it's true. I'm glad I took him in the.
All right, let's go take Milrow.
Let's go ahead and finish this off. Draft
Pick your
Milrow.
boy.
There is not a better pick to take with your final pick there.
Yeah.
Freaking greatness. All right, so the final team rolling out here. We're looking at, we got a 3-6-8-3 build. It's beautiful. That's money right there, especially. Only you can do that on drafters. And DK too, but you don't play over there.
Two rookie
But yeah.
two rookie wide receivers. We did a little bit less this time.
I think this looks a lot better. I don't mind playing for rookies, but I don't like over half of a skill position being rookies because it's just, we saw, what's his name, the old man, Adam Thielen. Nobody was wanting to draft him last year, but if you took a rookie over him, you were hurting, seriously hurting. So I like to make sure we mix it in a little bit. Some of this Rashad Bateman, this Michael Pittman mixed in here with the huge upside of Golden and Tesla.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's check out Joe's team. Let's criticize him a little bit because, I mean, is there anything? It's my favorite pastime here, folks. We got Nico Collins, Brian Thomas Jr., Worthy, Kittle, Mixon, Connor, Jones, Justin Fields, Zach Charbonnet, Mims, Lawrence, Warren, Algier. We got Wandale. Love the Wandale pick here in round 14. As far as full PPR, it's great.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce, you got upside. Dontavian Wicks. He'll have like 2-3 games where he's relevant.
Yep. That's all you need in best ball. You just need relevancy for a couple weeks. So you don't
Especially
care.
this late. Terrence Ferguson, love that pick. Rumors are they're trying to switch it over a little bit more, so they're going heavier with the tight end stacks. Taj Brooks there for Cincinnati, Elijah Mitchell for Kansas City, and then a man after my own heart there. Folks, we got Elijah Moore coming off the board in the 20th round. He went to Buffalo this year. He's still young. I think he's only 25. He might be 24.
Dude, I remember like when the Jets traded him, I was just like, and they went to Cleveland, and I was just like, yeah,
So
he's gonna make a
excited.
difference. Yeah.
He was good for like 2.5 games for Cleveland. I don't know what happened to there.
He fell off.
He fell off. That's for sure. I must have been hanging out with Diggs or something like that. Oh, folks. Well, that was awesome. We can't thank you enough for coming to hang out with us, coming to do some drafts. Stay close because we're going to be doing more drafts. We got at least 2 live drafts coming next week as well as our regular episodes. Looking for more of the too much fantasy football, too much dynasty, too much best ball, whatever umbrella you want to stick us under there. We are all over here on the Fantasy Football Advice Network. Again, if you're new to drafters, come on over, have fun with us. In the chat there, I dropped a private link that we've got a private draft going. Just me, Brennan, and whoever else wants to jump in there. All new players, up to $100 match. 100% match up there if you use the code FSAN. Yeah, take his money. Mine, maybe you can leave me some.
No, I take your money.
Yeah, that'll probably happen. But Brendan, before we get out of here, let the folks know where can they find you and all the amazing things you're working on.
You can find me on X at Too Much B Milk, and then you can find me on the Fantasy Football Advice Network as well.
Yeah, that's right, folks. Come on over there. Check out the platform where it's talking fantasy sports all day long. The YouTube page. Check us out if you're just looking for podcast stuff. It's Too Much Fantasy Football is our podcast. But until next time, we got to get out of here, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Check out Drafters Fantasy, and we'll see y'all later.